Okay, we're back online.
Thank you, Dylan.
Okay, is there any further business? And Ms. Taggart, you have your hand up. Go
I do.
ahead.
I'd like to make a resolution that we allow Mrs. Doyle to make the purchase of the machines that we need for rapid testing. It's required that we do something now, in my opinion, to stop the spread of this pandemic in our county. And I think it would behoove all of the citizens if these were available. I'd like to have that.
Mr. Arkwood,
Second.
seconds. Any discussion? Mr. Akers.
So we just had a discussion in executive session, which I can't talk about, but the resolution is required to do something. What is do something? What is it specifically? And what is the purchase? Or what are we doing here? Rather than a resolution required that we do something, what's it specifically? What are we voting on, Mrs. Taggart?
Go ahead, Ms. Taggart.
Well, first of all, I didn't think we spoke in open session about things that we discussed in executive session, but I will go ahead and say that I would like to empower Mrs. Doyle to make the purchase as she sees fit of the rapid testing machines that are needed in the county at this time.
Okay, thank you for clarifying the resolution. Is it specific to a number of machines? What's the actual dollar amount?
I believe Mrs. Doyle told us it was $100,000 for 2 machines.
I think
Correct.
that was discussed in executive session. Would that be correct, Mrs. Doyle, that it's $100,000 for the purchase of 2 machines? Mrs. Doyle?
That would be the request, yes.
And what specifically is the brand name of the machine?
They're Rheonics machines. I just forwarded information to each of you by email about the machines. And I will get the rest of the information requested.
So we have a resolution before us, which I don't support because obviously it's clear that the resolution was made that we do something, and it didn't actually have specifics. We had to ask for the specifics, even though the resolution was made. We know from talking with Legislator Forsyth that there is no waiting line in the Claxton Hepburn. The other thing is that for the purchase of these machines, we don't know if there's hospital technicians that actually run these machines. So we have a couple of issues. We don't know if there's truly a testing problem. If the testing problem it's not at Claxton Hepburn, as was illustrated by Mr. Forsyth. And I think that when we rush into something without actual preparation, that haste makes waste. My preference would be to wait from the medical community and find out why the medical community is not willing to make the purchase themselves. It's not about money. It's about whether or not there is a need, what the quality of the machines are, and where they would be situated, and what would be the cost to the public. We're going to go ahead and purchase a couple of machines. Are we going to allow these hospitals to actually charge the patients for those clients that want to have a test? And allow them to make money on them? Or is it going to be a tax-free venture? And in doing so, will we crash the system and make those entities that are actually charging $75 to $95 a test, will we make those obsolete if these machines are available? So there's a lot of unknowns, and that I wish that this resolution hadn't been made until we had appropriate feedback from the medical community.
Mr. Forsyth.
I agree with Mr. Akers. There's no notice where we're going to put these machines logistically. Are we going to put them in every hospital? If we are, then I'll make an amendment to add every hospital, Messina, Gouverneur, and everywhere. We have no information on this. Machines don't save lives per se. They test to see who has COVID. Okay, saving lives is the 5 pillars. That's how you save lives. The 5 pillars that we've been preached to for 7 months is how we save lives, okay? These machines, if we're gonna buy them, buy one for every hospital, but what about the clinics? We might as well buy some for those too. I had my test today. It took me 2 hours from the time I made my phone call, 2 hours to get scheduled in one of 2 facilities with no waiting lines. I heard Mrs. Haggard say it takes longer in Potsdam, so maybe Potsdam needs one. Let's find out the need. I empower Ruth to get us the information. Let's see where it goes, and let's see where the real need is. But to just go out and buy 2 machines, and the resolution doesn't speak where they're gonna situate, it doesn't speak about anything. Absolutely not. I'm totally opposed to it.
Mr. Smithers.
I believe that our county administrator asked us if it would be okay to go ahead and bring some more information back to us. We've morphed it into a lot of other stuff, and we forced this resolution. I think it would work to wait a week, so I'm gonna move to table the resolution.
Ms. Motion's been made to table and seconded by Rita Kern. Motion's been made by Mr. Smithers. Any discussion on the amendment?
There's no discussion
No
on
discussion.
tabling.
Okay, that's right, no discussion. So let's have a vote, a roll call vote.
Point of order, Mr. Chair, table to when?
What's
When would
that?
we table it till?
Next week.
When will the what?
Next week.
When we table till next week?
Perfect.
We can table until the finance committee meeting?
Yep.
We will table until the night of the finance committee meeting. That'll give us enough time to come up with the information if we vote on this amendment and vote yes. So, Mr. Perkins, you have a question?
There's no,
Oh, that's right.
no.
Okay, all in favor? All in
Nope.
favor of the motion?
Nope, roll call.
Roll call vote. Roll call vote on the
Motion to
on the
table.
motion to table. Okay,
Forsythe,
Kelly?
Yes.
Lightfoot,
Yes.
Sheridan,
Yes.
Smithers,
Yes.
Denisha.
No.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
No.
Perkins,
Yes.
Akers,
Yes.
Fay,
No.
Haggard,
No,
Piacco,
No.
Burke,
No.
Arquette,
No.
Terminelli,
Yes.
Curran,
Yes.
Reagan.
No.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
No.
8 yes, 7 no.
Motion carries to table the resolution.
Move to adjourn.
There's no more business to come before the board?
I move to adjourn.
We have one more issue.
More thing.
We do have an
Connie
issue?
has her issue for us.
I move to adjourn.
There's no
We have
second.
another thing on the agenda.
There's no second, but
There's appointments.
we don't have any appointments.
No, okay.
Johnny.
Okay, so Johnny's got to do her thing, and
Yes.
we'll do that right now. Let's go ahead, Johnny. with the
I will make-
sexual-
I will make this as quick as possible. I'm going to read the statement, our sexual harassment training statement, and then go over the other requirements that have to be met to meet our training. St. Lawrence County is committed to maintaining a workplace free from sexual harassment. Sexual harassment is a form of workplace discrimination and is against the law. St. Lawrence County will not tolerate any form of sexual harassment, and all employees are required to work in a manner that prevents sexual harassment in the workplace. All employees have a legal right to a workplace free from sexual harassment. Employees can enforce this by filing a complaint internally with St. Lawrence County with a government agency or in court under federal, state, or local anti-discrimination laws. You were sent the sexual harassment policy for your files and your information on October 21st. All employees will be given a copy of the policy when we provide them with the training. I do want to point out the legal protections and remedies, which you can find on page 5 of the policy, which includes the Division of Human Rights, the EEOC, and the local police department. I do need to go over the test that you guys all took. I'm going to quickly run through those answers for you. Number 1 is true, 2 is D, 3 is D, 4 is true, 5 is false, 6 is true, 7 is false, 8 is false, 9 is false, and 10 is false. I would ask that you send your tests in so I can have them on file. That proves that we had this, that I gave you this training. It also acknowledges that you've watched the videos. That's another thing that you had to do. And if you could do that this week or next week, that would be great. I can get them in the files. If you need more time or if you need another way for me to send you the test, let me know. I can do that. And then the very last thing that is mandated, the procedure that we have in place for St. Lawrence County is that employees will make a report to their managers or supervisors or to HR if it involves one of their managers. The manager or supervisor will forward it to HR or deal with it themselves if it involves HR. The manager or HR will meet with the employee for more information. The manager or HR will meet with the respondent. Manager or HR will meet with the witnesses. Manager or HR will make a determination. Manager, HR, and will take appropriate actions. And HR will communicate with employee and record sexual harassment claims and situations. And it's important to know that some harassment may constitute a crime, and if it meets that standard, the police department would be contacted. Are there any questions about harassment and prevention training? Not, that's all I have.
Motion to adjourn?
No.
Thank you.
Bill,
Good.
I wanted to say something.
Go ahead.
Okay. So one of the things that Dr. Williams always talks about is the pillars, and basically what they do is they break the chain of infection. And there's a big article in Watertown Daily Times tonight, or in the online portion of it, regarding a Halloween party in Watertown and a party locally in our county, and it kind of spells it out. But basically, part of our problem that we're having in this county isn't so much that we don't have enough testing. I mean, I think we need to work on it and getting results, yay or nay, back to people, and Dr. Williams is very aware of that. But I think that some of the problem that we're having in this county is the people that think that if they go to a party that nobody else knows about, that COVID can't come there, or that COVID can't come after 10 o'clock at night. We need to put our masks on. You know, we get a lot of grief about sitting here without our masks on, but obviously, if masks work, but people are having to go get COVID tested, either they don't have a mask on or something's going on. So I think we just need to be realistic about the fact that we all need to think about that chain of infection.
Motion to adjourn?
Yes.
Mr. Lightfoot, second by Mr. Smithers. Adjourn.